everybody. It's Jill Flowers, your Hypno Soul coach for Black women, your soul activist, and your sound alchemist. I want to invite you into the circle right now. Let's get into this topic. We are talking about healing the inner child. And the question I have for you today is, how do you even know your inner child needs healing? So, one of the ways that you can tell if your inner child is calling out to you, if your inner child is asking for your attention, if your inner child is needing your nurturing, needing your love, is when you, ready? I'm pausing on purpose. Ready? When is the last time you had an adult tantrum? When is the last time you stomped your way into your room and slammed your door? When is the last time you threw something? Took off your shoe, maybe. I haven't done that one. But when is the last time what you are experiencing, some of the anger that you have or the rage that you have, and you're like, oh, I'm raged out, or you're like, oh, I had a breakdown. No, you actually had a tantrum, and that was your 7-year-old self acting out. So that's number one. When you have a need for attention, right? And you just kind of like jump into everybody's conversation. When you're like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Or you do something like, I call it tap dancing for attention, right? Especially when it comes to us women and men, right? Women who might have issues around their fathers, right? Issues around abandonment. Needing not just attention, but a certain type of attention. Or else you don't feel loved, you don't feel seen, you don't feel heard. Another thing is when you have extreme avoidance behavior. So that was mine, right? We avoid everything. We avoid bills, we avoid responsibility, right? Places and spaces where you're responsible and you want to own up to that responsibility, you will avoid it. You'll avoid people, right? Under the guise that you're an introvert. Okay, so when you have extreme avoidance, that's a sign. When you choose emotionally distant partners, that's one of the ways that you know that your inner child is calling out for her to be healed. Emotionally distant partners. The other side of that is abusive partners. Abusive partners, they may not put a finger on you, but they touch all over you with their words. They beat you down with their words. A lot of times, women who need their inner child healed will choose narcissistic partners, men who have narcissistic personality disorder, right? Because with the narcissist, the vibe, the signal that the narcissist is putting out matches the signal of pain that you are still vibrating at. You might still be vibrating. Your wound is on life support, and it is just still pumping, sending out this signal of hurt and abuse and pain. And so it can attract sociopaths. It can attract people with narcissism, men with narcissism. And I just want to jump in here. I am talking to women. I'm speaking to women, but if this resonates with you, just take what you can. Take the information, and use it as you can. So what's the healing prescription here? Right? The healing prescription is when you start to see these signs that you're not quite sure what it is, and you look up these signs and you look up what's going on and you go, am I bipolar? Am I this? Am I right? And you can't quite put a finger on it. It's the inner child. Your inner child is speaking loud and clear. When you do not handle your anger, your frustration in just a mature manner. When you are walking around slamming things, throwing things. I threw a TV through a wall. Okay, the wall was paper thin and it was a small TV, and it was in college. But I felt like somebody was leaving me, and we'll talk about that. I'll do a video on abandonment and how the inner child shows up, because your inner child, some people have abandonment, some people have abuse, some people have neglect, and they show up in a different way. So mine was abandonment. And when I thought somebody was going to abandon me, or even when I thought that it was good, first, I left first. And if I couldn't leave first, I had a lot of anger and I was going to mess up your stuff, right? So if this resonates with you, it's your inner child, boo. It's your inner child. And so I want you to stay tuned. I want you to like and subscribe, because I'm going to be giving you more tips on here on how to heal the inner child. And if you want more, if you want to take a deeper dive with me, you can find more information. You can find the meditation library, and you can find healing sessions on the inner child's work in my membership, the Black Women's Healing Circle membership, and the link will be below. So before we go, please like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Grace and peace.